Hello everyone, I'm Anna Clee, bringing you stories from around the globe, and this is Eagle News Washington, D.C. Weekend Edition. The Iglesia Ni Cristo and the FYM Foundation continue their aid efforts in Dunrobin and Kinburn, neighborhoods in Ottawa City, Ontario, in Canada, ravaged by a recent tornado. Eagle News correspondent Andre LaJoy with the details.
Dunrobin, a small community in west part of Ottawa, was hit last September 21st by an EF3 category tornado. Dunrobin needs all the help they could get, and volunteers are heeding that call.
It sounded like a train was coming. I saw a little bit of hail. I ran down the stairs to see what was going on, and I just saw a tree float by my property. After that, I spent probably about 5 seconds trying to hold my door closed, and it was all over. So a disaster. It looks like really intense, but all the volunteer work and everything that's been going on, and everybody that stepped up to clear the roads and get the emergency crews in and the crews themselves have been phenomenal. So we're just hoping everything gets back together soon.
Yeah, they said the house is okay. There's trees down everywhere. We came back the next day and we started walking around, and there was soffit and shingles off roofs and everything, and we're looking around and we're like, this isn't from our house. And we're about 10 kilometers from Dunrobin, and stuff from their houses was all over the place, and trees, and we started going looking around, and a lot of trees down, and at the back there was 50 to 100 trees.
Skilled and trained tradespeople have come to help repair the damage caused by the tornado.
With cleanup and recovery ongoing in Dunrobin, members of the Church of Christ and the Felix Manalo Foundation continues their humanitarian effort, reaching out to those affected to the tornadoes from Gatineau to Dunrobin to Kinburn. Members of the Church of Christ has connected with the Dunrobin Community Association to take part in this aid. In Kinburn, members of the Church of Christ distributed care packages. Meanwhile, in Dunrobin, church members and the Felix Y. Manel Foundation volunteers from Ottawa and Beaconsfield participated in the cleanup drive.
Any efforts that can be provided for us, and I just like to thank them honestly for all the help they're giving us.
It was so overwhelming today when all the cars came and the cavalry, so many people just reaching out.
Reporting from Aid for Humanity in Dunrobin and Gatineau, Canada, I am Andre LaJoy. I am 1 with 25.
Thank you, Andre. In related news, Iglesia Ni Cristo members in Canada's Alberta province help save lives by donating blood. Eagle News correspondent Thomas Likeness reports.
Members of the Edmonton local of the Church of Christ rolled up their sleeves and went to work saving lives as they took part in a blood donor clinic in the Alberta capital. For several months now, various congregations of the church have partnered with Canadian Blood Services to help rebuild blood stocks. Not only is blood needed to treat traumatic injuries, but is also required in surgeries, and some illnesses are treated with various blood components. All of this creates a big demand for blood, and this is where Church of Christ members step up to help out. For member Nicholas Schaus, this was his first trip to the blood donor clinic.
Now's the time to look away if you don't want to see the needle.
And how did he feel about this experience?
Well, I was a little anxious because, of course, it's my first time donating, and I won't deny it, I'm not the greatest with needles, but, it's very comfortable, and like I said, I'm all relaxed now. Again, when they put the needle in me, though, I had to turn away.
Schaus was particularly struck by the fact that the unit of blood that he donated could save up to 3 lives.
This is important to do. I mean, I've always kind of believed in it, but I never really had a reason to do it. But I think everybody should do it because it's, you can help not save just one, but as I was told, up to 3 lives, and it's a duty and an honor to do this.
Brother Emin Espanol, a Church of Christ minister, says it's the duty of all church members to help others.
This is our spirit as members of the Church of Christ, to help the other people and to donate blood. This is the sign of life. other people.
Another minister, Brother Erwin McTullis, says it's a great feeling to know that taking a bit of time to give blood can save a life.
Even though we do not know them, but being members of the Church of Christ, that is our trait, that is our characteristics.
Members have been encouraged to continue on as donors. Activities such as today's blood donation are part of the Church of Christ's community activities, serving both members and non-members alike. In Edmonton, Thomas I. Likeness, Eagle News. I'm one with 25.
Thanks, Thomas. Up next, Pinto Manhattan Manila 2 opens its door to Filipino art. And Pinoys in Sacramento celebrate culture with authentic Philam cuisine. Eagle News Washington, D.C. Weekend Edition will return in a moment.
Join the EBC Family Fun Run, November 18, 2018, at the Ciudad de Victoria Complex, Bulacan. Choose from race categories: 1.062 kilometer, 2.5 kilometers, 5 kilometers, and 9.55 kilometers. Registration is ongoing. For more details, log on to www.eaglenews.ph/EBC Fun Run or call 784-7450, local 1162. You may also visit www.facebook.com/EBC Fun Run. EBC Family Fun Run.
Hi guys, I'm Ariel.
And I'm Kenneth. And we're your new hosts for The Break Room.
So please watch us every Monday at 7:30 to 8 in the evening. We are one with 25.
Agila Balita, Lunes hanggang Biyernes, alas 12 ng tanghali hanggang 1:00 ng hapon.
Welcome back. You are watching Eagle News, Washington, D.C. Weekend Edition. Filipino art has proven to wow international audiences. From paintings to drawings to photography to film, Filipino artists, brave and deserving, have taken the Pinoy canvas all over the globe. In New York, Pinto Manhattan Manila 2 once again opens its door to hard-to-resist Filipino masterpieces. Joanne Blanco Soriano reports.
Among the many restaurants, galleries, and boutiques here in Tribeca is an art exhibit dedicated to contemporary Filipino artists. Pinto Manila 2 is the third pop-up exhibition of Pinto International and features the work of more than 30 Philippine artists. It launched last year in New York, followed by an exhibition in Tokyo. This exhibit serves as a means to cultivate cultural diplomacy through art.
Door, Pinto, is actually a door that opens new possibilities of many possibilities, in fact.
And it started the whole philosophy from the museum that was opening the door of Dr. Quanong's collection to the public. He offered me the option, after we became good friends, to export Pinto together, embark in this new adventure, and export and open the door to Filipino art, not only for his specific collection, but open the door of Filipino art to the rest of the world.
5 years ago, when I was here in Manhattan, there was a Asian Art Week, and I found out that there were no Filipinos in that particular activity here in New York. So I said, well, you know, I think we have a lot of very talented artists from the Philippines, which are very diverse in their approach to art. So I said, well, this was a very good incentive for us for Pinto to bring the artists to New York.
We started this new project that is called Pinto International, and it's formed by 3 parts. Yeah. The first is the international pop-ups. The second is a permanent exhibition space here in New York. That is a gallery that anybody can come and visit upon appointment. And so we do shows, 3 or 4 shows every year there with some of our selected artists. And the third is our presence online. So our website, pintoart.com, and our Instagram account, which is the most active way we communicate to our followings in French, which is pinto.art.
The other thing is I want to invite the listeners, the watchers of this show, to, if they come to Metro Manila, they can come over and visit Pinto Art Museum in Antipolo. You know? It's a very popular destination for a lot of people, especially balikbayans and foreigners. And just to let you know, it was voted as the number 23 most Instagrammed museum in the whole world.
Yeah. Pinto Art Museum is a place to go.
Exhibits such as this showcase the influence of Filipino culture and art. The exhibit will travel to Milan next May. Reporting from Tribeca in New York City, this is Joanne Blanco Soriano, 1 with 25.
Thanks, Joanne. Makes me want to endure New York traffic just to see those. As we continue to promote Pinoy pride in Sacramento, Kababayans commemorate Filipino-American History Month by celebrating culture, food, and stories. Eagle News correspondent Macy Membrera takes us to Filipino Fork 2018. Take a look.
October is Filipino-American History Month, and to commemorate this, Sacramento holds its 2nd annual Filipino Fork here in the California Automobile Museum.
Filipino Fork is an event that the Philippine National Day Association has put together. This is our 2nd year doing it, and we want to celebrate peoples and Filipino food and the things that come along with that, all the culture, the heritage, all the stories and the memories and just the feelings that come along with that.
I was here last year, but it was a very different event, so I really like how it's grown. I like, you know, that they're doing changes and trying different things, and it's a great event this year.
It really proves how they've been known in the community, how they've reached out, and how they have actually understood what it was to collaborate.
I really like what PNDA is doing in the area. They have some really good programs, and I'm the president of the Sacramento Filipino-American Lawyers Association, and we're a sponsor, and we really like supporting all the good work that they do around here.
We've invited a dozen Filipino chefs and artisans, as well as Filipino-owned wineries in the area, and they're doing just amazing things with their food.
Bowie's Bakery came about from really my wife. She's from Sweden, and so I started initially making Swedish pastries for her, and that was back in 2007 when we were still in high school. So before the bakery was even here. But then just recently I had an itch to kind of go a step further and start baking for the public, and so that's where it came about. Nights like tonight where I incorporate Filipino flavors, that's more of my background. So I'm half Filipino, and that's where those come from. So still the same Swedish pastry, but with the flavors that I grew up on.
We all know that Filipinos love to express themselves through their food. It's often how we express our love for one another. So it's not just traditional Filipino, and it's not traditional American, but what it is, it's authentic Filipino-American food.
Yeah, it's cool to see how everyone else is interpreting the dishes that we all grew up on. You see the sticky adobo ribs or whatever it was. I mean, that's so cool because we all grew up eating adobo,
and we all know what that tastes like, and we have our preference of who makes it best. But then when you see someone do something like that, you're like, this is really cool. And that's, I think, the great thing about tonight. Like, everyone's just having fun, being innovative and creative.
It's also nice to see a lot of people from the community. You have, politicians, you have celebrities, you have that sort of thing. So it's a really nice way to see the community come together for such an awesome event.
I think it just brings people closer together and appreciate each other better.
From today's event, food was the means of bringing people together, but unity was the result. From Filipino Fork in Sacramento, California, I'm Macy Membreri, 1 with 25.
Those ube donuts are speaking to me. Thank you, Macy. When we come back, more desserts. Unlimited sweetness inside and out at Dessert Goals, New York City 2018. Eagle News Washington, D.C. Weekend Edition will return in a moment.
Events happen around us all the time, in our community, in our country, around the world. Events that affect people, move communities, or simply inspire us. Interesting events that people need to know. In these interesting times, we continue to be a competent partner in delivering news about these events. Fast, accurate, balanced. Eagle News, because we live in interesting times.
What's up, everybody? Just like snow in Las Vegas being a rare thing, so are opportunities in life. So whenever they come around, seize the moment. Tune into Digital Nest on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7:30 p.m. only on Net 25. I'm Ahmed Santos, your EBC correspondent, always 1 with 25. Peace!
Hello Digital Nesters, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to watch our future features.
Mula po dito sa Distrito Eklesyastiko ng Compostela Valley, kami po mga ministro at manggagawa ay malugod na bumabati sa pagsapit ng inyong kaarawan. Happy birthday po, kapatid na Eduardo B. Palado! Mahal na mahal po namin kayo!
Mula po sa lokal ng Mordan, distrito po ng Iloilo South, kapatid na Eduardo B. Manalo, maligayang arawan po sa inyo!
Kapatid na Eduardo B. Manalo, ang aming pinakamamahal na tagapamahalang pangkalahatan. Mula po dito sa lokal ng Lopez Haina, distrito ng Misamis Occidental, kami po ay taus-pusong bumabati sa inyo ng Happy Birthday po! Mahal na mahal po namin kayo!
ASEAN in Focus, Monday to Friday, 2 to 2:30 p.m.
This is Eagle News Washington, D.C. Weekend Edition. I'm Anna Clee. Unlimited sweetness, inside and out, is found at this year's Dessert Goals, New York City. Our junior correspondents, Jordan and JC Pollington, get to know some Dessert Goals vendors and discover their specialties and more. Take a look.
I'm JC. I'm Jordan Pollington from New York. Our parents always told us to set goals. And not just set goals, but achieve them. And because we're good girls who always listen to our parents, we're here at Dessert Goals.
Dessert Goals showcases some of the best desserts in New York City, and this time it's celebrating its 5th run of sweet, colorful, and delicious desserts.
Our mom always says to set high goals and always try to surpass it. So Jordan, what goals do you want to set today? How many desserts do you think we can try?
Well, she did say to set high goals, so let's try it all. Look JC, we've seen this cake online. Maybe he can tell us what it is.
How do you make your cake so jiggly?
Oh, our cakes known as like a wiggle wiggle jiggle jiggle cakes. When our cake came out from the oven like 5 minutes, like a wiggle wiggle jiggle jiggle. But the why is why our cake jiggle and wiggle. The reason why is our ingredients and our the way how we make our cheesecake. It's really unique and special. That's why it's not just regular American cheesecake. That's why it's really wiggle wiggle jiggle jiggle.
Note to self, practice the wiggle wiggle jiggle jiggle at home.
Is that going to be your goal for tomorrow? Let's see who else we can talk to about some desserts.
No, you mean goals. We're here for goals.
How did you start? Well, I had a cookie business at Cornell University, and when I graduated, I sold it. And then one day, I was with my daughter at a grocery store, and she saw the rainbow bagel, and she just had to have it. And it was really cool, but it didn't taste great. So I knew I had a great recipe for chocolate chip cookies, which is America's #1 dessert. And the big trend in dessert is color, as you know, look all around here. So hundreds and hundreds of cookies later, I figured out how to execute rainbow colors in chocolate chip cookies, and that's how Baked in Color was born.
What did you have at my age that helped you?
Oh, you've got the whole world in front of you. Try to learn something new every single day. Try to meet somebody new every day. Do something exciting every day. Don't sweat the small stuff. And don't get caught up in what other people think, because they're not thinking about you. They're just thinking about themselves. Just do what makes you happy.
Not only was her cookie yummy, but she really gave great advice for accomplishing your goals.
Let's try one more dessert.
My family actually owns and operates this company 100%. We started the company in the 1960s. We launched it at the World's Fair in New York City, right over in Queens.
What goals did your family have to start?
So I think to start, they really just wanted to get an Italian ice that we wanted to get to reach all customers. So it's minimal cost and it has great flavor. It's all natural. We get to reach all different sorts of customers with a really great, affordable product.
Are you just in New York or all around the world?
So as of right now, we are in New York. Our factory is in Queens in Richmond Hill. We do distribute to the tri-state area. We try to, reach as many people as we can. And speaking of goals, one of our big goals is to get online, to be reached, on e-commerce.
And what goals did you have at my age?
Ooh, another tough question. You're killing me. I wanted to succeed in school. I wanted to learn more about my family business. I wanted to take all of the education that I could and just bring it forward in whether it was my family business or my personal goals. I just wanted to learn everything I could. So stay in school, do everything you can to educate yourself as much as possible, and follow your dreams.
That makes total sense. You should study more, JC.
What? Me? Maybe it's time to wrap this up so you can study and work on some of your goals.
So what do you think, Jace? Did we accomplish our goals?
Definitely.
I'm Jordan Polantan.
I'm JC Polantan.
From New York, and we are 1 with 25.
That's it. My goal right now is to head to the nearest bake shop after this. That is today's Eagle News Washington, D.C. Weekend Edition. Join us again next time for stories from our bureaus around the nation and across the globe. Visit our websites at eaglenews.ph and eaglenewslive.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/eaglenewsph. Thank you for watching. I'm Anna Clee, and I am 1 with 25.